Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Another episode of 3G's Garage. I know we've been gone for a while. Haven't put anything out.
Once again.
Yeah. Kid moved out, so we're not here doing this stuff together as much as we used to be. But we're gonna get you a little video here. We just had. Today is Sunday. What is it? The 17th. 17th, 18th.
It's the 18th of January.
Yeah, so Friday night, so 2 nights ago, we did some racing at the first ever Hartford Snowcross Ditch Banger. They're doing like a 3-day series kind of for the Ditch Banger. So there's 2 other dates, but unfortunately we have other stuff. We've got Ditch Banger National and the Junker Sled Weekend that we're already committed to.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but Hartford's only an hour away from us, so we thought we needed to go run these and check it out. And we kind of just slapped some stuff together and got out there. I got a new helmet, so I didn't have a GoPro mount, but luckily Keegan had his camera and stuff set up for that. So, kind of I think at the tail end of this video, we'll give you some race footage. What do you got? 2 races? Or?
Yeah. So it was 2 heats and a final, and like I got a new camera, a really nice camera, and like still learning how to use it. And if you hold down the record button, it just like wipes what you just recorded. So like the second heat is gone. But I got two races to show you.
Yeah, and the 3Gs group, we did pretty well. Yeah, we ended up with Keegan got first in all 3 races.
Get these babies out.
Griffin ended up second in the final, and I literally missed the podium by a nose of the sled to no one else but Money Mike.
Hey, here he is.
Money Mike, in the flesh. Money Mike bought a race sled for himself this year, and he got me by a nose. But we had an absolute blast. It's always fun to race. I am sore as hell today, but it's so worth it. So in this video, we're going to have that for you, and then I'm going to also take you around the shop here a little bit and just show you what things we're working on. We're currently in the middle of some really big projects here that we got to get done.
Yeah. Because the last time you guys were in the shop, like there's been quite a few changes and new things going on in the snowmobiles, and
yeah, highs and lows as per the usual. But we'll take you around here and show you what we're doing. All right, so any of you guys who are like really loyal, faithful followers might be able to have picked up on this, but so this is Griffin's sled. One of the big projects I started with this year was a chassis swap for him, because what happens on these old sleds first of all, they're leaf springers, so they have like no suspension travel in the front end. So if you really air them out on the jumps, like some of these younger guys do, what happens is the front beams will bend. So like this tube going across here will actually just bow out, or like a banana, it'll be higher on the outer edges from hitting the ground so hard. So his was bad like that. So I swapped this whole thing over and got it together. And for the last couple of years, he's been complaining on and off about like a low end miss, or like the thing will just not come out of the corners. It just won't get back up to speed. I think I finally have that figured out. 3 weeks ago, I was all over the place. This is like small amount of the carnage here, but I went new jets. I bought new slides with different cutaways. I went up and down and in every direction with the pilots, trying to figure that out, because we run a 40 millimeter Mikuni slide carbs in these, and I thought I had it figured out by running it on the test stand because we didn't have any snow, and it turns out I was wrong. So when we took it to Hartford, it was still doing the exact same thing, and he knew it within 30 seconds of running that thing in the parking lot. So we ended up throwing a stock carb back on it, and it didn't make a difference. You know, there's nothing worse than trying to diagnose and fix a problem in the pits. So luckily, we had brought the Money Mike special along, and Griffin hopped on that and did just fine with it. It's that sled there is a good unit. But what it ended up being here is what I'm really hoping, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, is I'm swapping the stator. So you can actually take a tester and get ohm readings on these, and his pulsar coil was just out of spec. So I have a good unit here, and I'm going to throw it. I'm in the process of throwing that into his engine, and hopefully that remedies the problem. Because if it doesn't, I am just about out of ideas. I've been through everything on this motor trying to get that fixed. I thought it was a, partially blocked exhaust for a while. I mean, then I was like so convinced it was the carb because we're not using stock components. And so what I'm doing here is I'm going to get that stator put in. I'm going to get the engine back in the sled, and I am so hoping that takes care of it, because these are the sleds we're comfortable on, these XL5 chassis or whatever. The Exciter platform is awesome, but our engines make a little more power than those, and these are a little wider. It's just what we're comfortable on. So he wants to be on that, so we're gonna get that taken care of.
Okay guys, you saw us standing next to this guy at the beginning of the video. Unfortunately, the 80 SS is gonna be no more. Just like what Dad did and explained on this sled, Griffin's sled, the front beam on the 80 is finally toasted. The clutch, the telltale is when the clutch starts to rub on your steering arm. That's how you know the chassis is pretty much cooked. It's 4 or 5-ish years of this thing pounding around. It's finally just so bent that you'll be able to hear it in the videos too. If I hit a bump big enough, or if I turn right, you can hear just a metallic clanging from the clutch rubbing on the steering arm, which is super unfortunate that this is like the way this sled has to go, because it should be like eternal. You build a race sled, you should be able to just build off of it instead of, oh, it's too bent, we got to just put it out to pasture and it'll be reborn in another chassis.
It is what happens when you're using these and abusing them beyond what they were even intended to do. I mean, when you're jumping them, it's just, they can only take so much.
Luckily, Dad has had 85 SS sitting on the shelf for too many years now.
Yeah, and all you true loyal fans or whatever, I'm sure you probably noticed this one in the background. Maybe there's the hood of it. It's been up on the shelf for a while, so we decided we're gonna get that one into action.
How many years ago was the fire? Like 8 years ago or something? 6?
Maybe 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
Yeah.
Lost a bunch of sleds in a fire.
Lost them all except for this one.
Except for this one. So technically this sled has been around the longest.
Yep.
But this is technically supposed to be Plan B for Ditchbanger this year. We got to just throw this thing together as quick as possible so we can turn our focus back on to my main project for this year, which made a ton of headway on, and it's we're probably, as it sits, we're 75% way to the finish line, but just chasing a horrible gremlin that I feel like we've thrown almost everything at and can't freaking figure it out for the life of us.
Another real brain buster here. It's like we already did the whole electrical system swap. We put exciter stuff in there. We tried the GPX stuff. We've been all over the place with the carbs. We took the carbs off of my sled and put them in there. So if any of you guys that are watching have a GPX with 38 mil Mikuni slide carbs on them, and you'd be so kind to share with us your jetting, we would really appreciate that, because we think that's what the issue is.
I've got one, maybe two more things I can throw at it for this year, and if all goes well, it might make the finish line or the starting line at Ditch Banger. But like, it's, you know, we're still a little bit ways out, and the clock is like seriously winding down. So
it's crunch time.
Yeah. So I mean, get that one patched up as quick as we can, swapped over, and then if we really feel like it, we can turn our focus back onto that one, because it runs on the stand, and like, it sounds like it's going to have some serious grunt to it. So it'd be really cool to get to race that one this year, but we'll see. Got to get this one done first, because we know that this one will work if we can put it all back together. So
aside from that, we'll probably take you to show you Keegan's footage of the race.
Probably like 10 minutes of race footage or something.
Yeah. Like we said, Hartford Snowcross Series, if you guys are anywhere in the area, get out there, and again, you got a leaf springer, just bring it out, man. Like, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Even if you have a semi-modded unit or whatever, we don't care. I don't think they care either. They just want numbers.
The more the merrier.
Yeah. But take a look at the race footage, and hopefully you enjoy that.
line fixed. Let me know when to go. Or do you want me to pull over? I'll pull up.
No, I gotta wait for the other guy with the tiller to come through.
Where?
You guys all want to go in order?
It doesn't matter. Alright. So, we're good? Or wait for him to get out of here?
Yeah, you're good.
Alright.
Bring it home. It.
Oh my god,
I was trying to like fucking.
I came around that corner and you were dead. I'm like,
yeah, my hands weren't working. I'm like,
I know, I didn't realize I kill switched it till the guys at the next inspectors are like, kill switch. I was like, oh,
who collided with me?
me, you bumped there.
Yeah, all right.
You pushed me right over the. Oh no, I know Keegan got first my long shot.
No,
and then I couldn't even get out of your way.
Yeah, you bumped me right over the switch. I had a.
Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of race footage. I know it wasn't like the greatest because I was out front the whole time, but we're back in the shop now, and this is all that's left of the sled you just saw me on. She's headed to the scrapyard. She's got a one-way ticket to the crusher, but I mean, you can't be too mad at us. She's pretty bent up. I mean, we knew this chassis wasn't like the greatest. Definitely like a perfect candidate for a racer, but I mean, we finished it off by bending that front beam.
Yeah, you can just see the comparison here. The front axle beam, that right there, supposed to be straight as an arrow. I don't think the one we're swapping to is perfect, and I don't know how well this picks up on camera, but like it's definitely 1,000 times better than this one.
When you set them side by side, it's very apparent when you can see it with your eyeballs.
Yeah.
I mean, other isms that this chassis had, it got pretty egged out here from like the clutch rubbing on it. Always had problems with like the motor coming loose and ripping motor mounts and stuff on this one. There was a huge crack in the frame when we first bought it. See where we patched that up. And like in like the 4 or 5 years that we had this sled, we're wrenching on it, building on it, never once took the seat or the rear storage box off, and this tunnel is just hammered. I mean, it's just toasted back here. I mean, I saw that like someone had welded a plate on here, but like the whole thing is caved in. There's a crack. It's all wrinkled. I mean, it's just like totally ruined. I mean,
she's in bad shape.
look at the crack under there.
Yeah, that was a weld job running all the way up here. You know, this thing just, we revived it and gave it a new life as a racer, but
Look at the tunnel on this side.
she's had a hell of a life. I mean, somebody fixed the back end of it at some point, and we got every bit of good out of this thing, for sure.
The last, it was a good send off for an old sled. The last 4 years
Yeah.
we spent on the racetrack. So, but you know, it's a little bittersweet. But start with something nicer, 5 years newer.
Yeah, I mean this 80. I mean, this is how long you been running it? 5 years.
Yeah, probably like 5 years.
Yeah, and like literally we haven't. That's about as much time as we've been doing this.
Yeah.
Like we might have been 1 year in when we picked that one up.
Yeah. Year in, Like,
Yeah.
we just bought enticers and went bombed around in fields
Yeah.
and stuff, you know.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where we're at with it. We're gonna commence the build on the 85 chassis, and hopefully we'll get that all done, you know, soon enough. All right, guys, that's a wrap on this one. Hope you enjoyed the shop projects updates. Hope you enjoyed Keegan's ass kicking.
A little bit of
Right
race
there.
footage.
I mean, it was an ass kicking on my end. You could see the nose of my sled for like 3 seconds in the footage, and that's about it. I can't keep up to the old the kids' race pace here.
It
So
was a good send off for the old 80.
yeah,
Three wins.
3 wins in
So-
a night, and call it a career for the old sled. But yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. If you like the videos, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it, and hopefully there'll be more of this stuff to come at some point.
Hopefully.
Yeah, take
All
care.
right, see ya.
Yep.